Hi, everyone. It's Mitch from SportsChatPlace.com and PickDogs.com. It is Monday, August 31st, 2020, here with your live show. Of course, we're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We go live now at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Of course, it's 10:40. I saw the discussion in the Facebook group about how we're not prompt. It's like, well, I'm not prompt, so what? But it's like, that's the idea of going live on the internet. It's not like television where it's like a hard time, and you set your DVR. And that's why this show will be, as of Wednesday, I believe it is, might be Thursday, sometime this week, will be available on iTunes, Spotify, all those other various forms on podcasts. So you can grab it and go and listen to it, I don't know, a couple times a day, or you can listen to it at your convenience. I think that's the whole idea. But I think you could always do that with YouTube. But I guess it really doesn't matter. It's all your choice. But anyways, we got all the guys with us today. We got a full show. We got 2 NBA, 2 NHL, and 11 Major League Baseball. So it's not a gigantic card, but it's a pretty strong card. And I tell you what, I got some pretty strong opinions here. And I got, of course, as usual, some pretty strong co-hosts. And let's bring them in. We've got the guys. We got Brian Bittler and the Puck Dogs here. Brian, good morning to you. How's it going? How was yesterday, and what do you got going on today? This is our shameless plug for our Premium Picks segment. Brian?
I'll tell you what, I'm feeling good today, better than I did in the weekend. Almost 4-1 yesterday, 3-2. Ended up Phillies did not come back, but today, NBA President's Choice, my top pick of the day, $29.95 Premium Pick section.
President is in the house. Chris, how about you?
I'd like to think I'm a man of the people, so I had people asking for it last week. Gave him Meatball Monday today. I gave him an afternoon bird cage, $29.95. I also have a couple longer-term plays for the day. The packages will keep you covered for the whole day in MLB and NHL.
All right. How about you, Rod? Shameless plug for your premium. You guys, we're all three on top of the leaderboard for yesterday. Me, Chris, and Rod. We're dominating. Chris is up there, I believe, for the 7 days, too. I think Rod is too. Guys,
I think I'm second on that list there.
If it wasn't for the damn Angels, Bittler would be there too.
The NBA money shot. That's my excuse. I'm using that one.
The computer picks
so today over there.
Go ahead.
We got a mega Monday package. I got three NBA and 2 NHL out picks there. Mega Monday. That's quite the look. Don't do that again.
Anyways, so someone's asking what's up with the computer picks. So here's up with the computer picks. Charles asked me to move the show back. He doesn't want the 10:30 time slot, so we moved into the 10:30 time slot. He wants it later in the afternoon, his Spread Knowledge show. So we'll do it maybe before the 6 o'clock show. I'll come on live and do it and also pimp the 6 o'clock show or something when I do that. But I'll do a computer pick show maybe around, 5:30-ish. And that's what Charles wants. I don't know. I think this is the best time slot, so that's why I said, okay, we'll take it. We'll move right in. I know it's a new time slot for a lot of people, so probably going to be slow going with people joining us today, but that's okay. And people will get used to it because normally during the daylight savings time on the East Coast and West Coast, which we don't have here in Hawaii, we go at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So the show, it does switch times. But anyways, the computer pick show, of course, you can get a 3-day trial at Spread Knowledge for less than $5. It's $1.33 a day because it's $4.99, right? So that comes out to it's actually a little more than $1.33. That would be $4. So it's $1. Ruffalo, how much is that a day? $4.99 for 3 days.
$1.66.
$1.66 a day for 3 days. If you can't afford $1.66, I would suggest you guys turn off your computer because sports betting not for you. I will just say that. It's like at certain things, I never say you got to buy premium picks or you got to do any of this stuff or whatever. But it's like if you want computer picks and you won't pay $1.66 to get a day, to get all the picks on the board for a 3-day trial, and then if you bought a month, it's actually cheaper than that, way cheaper. That this sports betting, probably not a great idea for you. And it's like I say that from the heart, like because I care. Not because I'm trying to shame you or ridicule or anything like that. I'm saying if $1.66 is going to impact your life, then I wouldn't be putting it on the Flyers. That's for sure. Or the Los Angeles Angels, for that matter. Anyways, keep going. We got NBA basketball today, so 2 games. We got the Bucks Heat, which should be an absolute gem of a series. Jimmy Butler, I mean, this guy, he plays with the chip on his shoulder up against the Bucks, who have a chip on their shoulder after bowing out to the Raptors last year. So some funny story. My buddy paid for a pick on YouTube for the Braves under. Oh, man. Yeah. I don't know who he bought it from, but let's just say we'll grade that one a loser. And anyways, anyways, back to this Bucks Heat. These 2 teams played, pretty much wars all season long. The only game that wasn't a war was really when they met in the bubble, right, the last time. So I think the Bucks kind of pulled away at the end of that one. But outside of that, I think we're looking at a great series here. Brian, who do you like in this one? We got the Bucks laying 5 points against the Miami Heat, or 5.5, depending on where you got it.
Super excited about both these games. I'll tell you what, some people might be thinking under in this one because of both teams' talent on the defensive end, but I think you're going to see an over. I think a feeling out process is going to happen. Back and forth scoring. Looking to go over the number.
How about you, Chris?
Yeah, I like the Heat here. I mean, Milwaukee was the only team to win in the first round that didn't pull off the sweeps, and I think they're gonna come out firing here. But I just think Miami's gonna be able to keep them close, if not win this one outright. So I'll take Miami plus the points.
How about you, Rod?
For me, I think Miami comes out a little bit hotter than Milwaukee here. Take the Heat first quarter. +2.
Got yesterday, talk a little bit about these games really quickly. We had the Raptors just not even showing up. I mean, they never got off the bus against the Celtics. It was over before it started. By the end of the first quarter, the Celtics never took their foot off the gas, and the Raptors never got any closer than they were then at the start of the game when they tipped the ball up. They never got to the lead. They never got to within double digits. They never got close. Aberration, slow start for the Raptors. Anything, Rod, Chris? What do you guys think?
For me, it's the usual Raptors game 1. Raptors are notorious for game 1 flops. It was only last series that was their first game 1 win in, I'm going to say, at least 10. Usually Toronto's known for game 1 flops. We'll see how they do out in game 2. But they're definitely in tough.
Any thoughts, Chris?
It's like Rod said, Toronto typically tends to struggle in game 1. I mean, I had to watch the game on mute because I found some of that commentary horrendous. But I agree. I think Toronto bounces back in game 2.
How about you, Brian? Anything on that? See anything deeper on that Raptors-Celtics matchup?
Totally wrong read for me. I like the Raptors in that one, but I'll tell you what, that bad performance gave us more value if you like the Raptors in game 2.
I really enjoyed that Nuggets-Jazz game. I knew it was going to be a gem, and Murray was just ridiculous. we all had the Nuggets, I'm pretty sure. I had the Nuggets. I loved them on the money line, too. I think I gave that in the live show. No, I didn't give it in the live show picks. I should have. But loved the Nuggets yesterday. Gave it out, and I put it out I liked it so much, I went through my picks again. I realized there was no more games on the card. I'm like, hey, if anyone missed my Nuggets pick, I'll stick it out there again for you guys to buy because it's pretty much a layup in that one. But Murray just off the chain, and Charles Barkley, highly critical of the Jazz defense not doubling up on Murray. I mean, they said you give that guy, a shot like that, he's going to hit it every single time. And when you look at his shooting percentages for this series, they pretty much haven't. But Donovan Mitchell, with all the answers on the other side, Spider was unbelievable as well. Man, this is going to be a heck of a Game 7. Brian, I mean, anything short of a pick 'em, right? There's got to be value on dogs here. I mean, what do you think?
I was talking to Rod last night. I think I might be looking at the Jazz in Game 7 because I've been riding this one pretty much right. early on I had the Jazz, then I went to the Nuggets. Now I might come back to the Jazz. We'll see.
How about you, Chris?
I mean, the line is essentially a pick 'em. It's sitting at Utah -1, so it just game sevens are a coin flip to begin with, but I think this one more so than anything else.
Well, yeah, that's the biggest surprise for me is Jamal Murray, because he stunk the bed last year in the playoffs, and he's definitely lighting it up this playoffs. It's gonna be a good game 7.
Speaking of good games, we got Thunder up against the Rockets. It seems that when the Rockets have won in this series, they've been blowout wins. When the Thunder have won, they've been more physical games. All 3 games that the Rockets have won in this series, a crack has opened, and they've turned that little drip of water into a river. They've done it 3 times to the Thunder in this series. We saw it in the third quarter this time. The last 2 games, it happened in the second quarter. This past game, it was in the third quarter. Russell Westbrook, of course, is only going to see an increased role here, and I always Russell Westbrook's one of those guys where it's like very, very hard to say anything negative about his game, but he is one of those odd players that really doesn't have a position. And I said this when they drafted him, and I said this, at the NBA draft. I said the exact same thing. I said, here's a guy who's a superstar, who's great, who's one of the best players available. He certainly is that guy, is all those things. He can lead a team. He can do all those things. But when you look at 5 positions on an NBA basketball team on the court, this guy doesn't fit in any of those. So what do you do with everybody else? Brian, Russell Westbrook, is he going to be a addition or subtraction at this point when the Thunder have shown that they can throw the Rockets off their game?
Yeah, I think this game's going to be a very physical game. I think you're going to see tons of defense here. Really, really like the under. Out of all the free NBA picks, I like the under the best tonight.
How about you, Chris?
Yeah, I'm actually going to be on the Thunder money line here. I mean, being from Toronto, I can tell you firsthand, we've had a few games where Kyle Lowry's been out. Then when he comes back, the offense stinks it up. The Raptors can't seem to win games. I think it could be the same effect with Russell Westbrook here. I think you can only give the ball around so much. There are only so many shots that can be taken from everyone on the court. And I like the way OKC's been playing. I like this one to go 7 as well. Give me OKC on the money line.
Well, we know one thing with Russell. It's if there's only X amount of shots that can be taken, he wants to take X amount of shots. Rod, how about you?
For me, OKC is definitely going to come out hot. I think Schroeder's going to come out on fire when he got ejected last game. I'm going to take OKC first half money line.
Yeah, I think OKC was done. OKC was done by the time Schroeder was thrown out, though. They were done already at that point. The river was flowing, and I'll tell you, it was brick city for the Thunder in that third quarter. The Rockets certainly took advantage of all the opportunities, but it was brick city. I mean, it was brick city. Anyways, let's get to Major League Baseball. Kind of enjoy a little bit more, less games, a little bit more time. And those of you that are joining us a little late, we moved the time of the show to 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we'll be available later on the week on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, all your favorite podcasting channels. And we got our new name for the show. We got a new logo and all kinds of stuff going on. Bitler's got HD camera that he actually looks in. I mean, things are happening here. things are going, man. Who knows what's going to happen with this show, Who knows? Going places. Where we're going, not quite sure. But we got the Mets and the Marlins. DeGrom up against Trevor Rogers here. Trevor Rogers is pretty good. It's only his second start, but he pitched against the Mets last time. He pitched really good against them. DeGrom, is DeGrom 1.8 ERA. It's pretty much standard for this guy, at this point. But these two teams, they know each other extremely well at this point. They've played each other too many times. It's too much, It's like I think teams should play their divisional opponents a lot of times. I agree with all that stuff, but not in a row. Kind of takes away from it. Brian, I mean, didn't we just see this game 25 times already?
Yeah, and the Mets are also coming off a bunch of doubleheaders with the Yankees. This is a huge line. Just like it did with the Tigers yesterday, I'm going to lean towards the Marlins and all that plus money.
Yeah, this is just a makeup game of, I think it's either I think it was I don't know, it's a makeup game for something because they're only playing one game this time. The Marlins play at home tomorrow against Toronto. But anyways, how about you, Chris?
I'm on the over here. As much as we like Jacob deGrom, it's been like 9 and 10 runs the last couple games he's pitched, and Roger struggled with controlling his walks in his first start. So give me the over.
How about you, Rod?
I agree with Chris. Give me the over 7.5 here. I don't think we can get over that number.
Yeah, the Orioles, they had Andrew Kashner on the roster for a long time, and they're just like, man, how are we going to fill in that Kashner position in our roster? And they're like, well, we got this Keegan Aiken guy. I mean, I've been watching a lot of the games on TV. I watch all the games, right, on TV. So I've seen this guy pitch in relief, and I always remember, it's like, how do you remember all these guys? Well, this guy gave up probably the longest home run that I've ever seen. Well, not ever seen, but the longest home run that I've seen this season. Just an absolute moon blast in one of his pitches. You just don't see it too often. Actually, the longest home runs I've ever seen, one of the longest home runs I've ever seen at the ballpark was also Baltimore Orioles. It was a long time ago. It was Eddie Murray hit it, and he hit it off of Bruce Hurst. And I was sitting probably 20 rows back in the center field bleachers at Fenway Park, and the ball went flying over my head. That's how hard he hit it. I mean, it was just an absolute crush. And Bruce Hurst was the king of giving up the one-run home runs. The king of it. I mean, the longest home runs, and they were just, always solo shots. But anyways, Chase Anderson looks healthy again. Brian, what do you think here?
It's tough to go against Chase Anderson. I really liked that guy when he was with the Brewers, and no reason to back off him now. I think Toronto's maybe headed towards a playoff spot. Give me the Blue Jays here for a small lead.
How about you, Chris?
Yeah, I'm on the over here. I think Aiken gets tagged a little bit, and we'd all seen how those games at Salem Field have turned out this year. So give me the over 10.5.
How about you, Rod? You lost Bittler for a minute. I think he'll be back.
Give me. I'm gonna take the Yard Goats minus 2.5. I think Keegan Aiken gets rocked.
Well, I tell you what, since Bittler left, our sounds a lot better too. Maybe.
We just found I was just gonna say, I think we just found where our hum was coming from.
Yeah, I think we just found where our hum was coming from.
Yep, because I was like, hey, that hum went away. It's all quiet. They got
See, Bittler left. The hum stopped.
It was Bittler with the microphone in the attic.
Yeah.
I knew I was going to be good at Clue at some point. Just didn't know it was going to be now.
We'll have to ridicule him about it later. Speaking about ridicule, the Angels. We don't have Bittler here to kick around on this one. They're going with Jaime Barria, and he's minus 150 against Seattle. They've played each other 135 times this season. The Mariners have played the Angels so many times they actually have a winning record in their last 10 games now. 6-4. Chris, I don't know, man. Why are the Angels still favored over anybody?
Take my money. Give me Seattle. Marco Gonzalez, 7-1 in his career against the Angels. Yeah, sign me up.
Twice this year he's beaten them. Barria. Not Barria. No. It's like that's Seattle. It's like they're baiting him. Don't hide me in the ice cream factory.
Come on, you gotta pitch today. They pull him out of
Actually, Bittler's back, and I don't hear that humming anymore still. All right, what do we got? We're mocking the Angels here.
So I didn't miss anything.
Yeah, Barria up against Gonzalez.
Unless you take them today, then we get more mocking.
We're just like, Seattle's played the Angels so many times they have a winning record in their last 10 games. Gonzalez is like a Cy Young contender. It's his third time pitching against the Angels this season. Oh, man. Brian, you sticking with your Angels?
I'm going to go with the value in the Mariners here with a small lean, but it's not something I'm running out to bet. So.
I am.
I am too. All three of us are running.
Premium pick. I'll tell you right now. Premium pick on the Mariners. I will tell you right now. Check my stuff. I do not lie. I got a premium pick on the Mariners. Thanks everyone for joining us at our new time. Anyways, we got the Cardinals and the Reds, DeSclafani and Dakota Hudson. The total in this one is set at 9.5. The Reds, probably the worst team in baseball, as a favorite. Well, next to the Angels. Brian, what do you think here?
I think the Reds are my new Angels. I'm going to go with the Reds today, although they've been taking me to the cleaners all year long. I just can't seem to get off of them. I'm waiting for them to wake up.
It's like you gotta listen to Greg Allman. You know, it's like I'm no angel. Chris, what do you got here? Reds and Dakota Hudson. Dakota Hudson's like, ooh, she's poison. But DeSclafani and the Reds as a favorite. Not good news.
Yeah, no, I don't even know if the Reds are going to do enough to do their part to get over this number. I'll take the under 9.5.
Dakota Hudson's actually been serviceable his last few starts. How about you, Rod?
I'm going to take the over 9.5 here. I think this easily goes over.
So 20-something runs, was it 23, 22 runs in a baseball game? Wasn't enough for the Phillies. They decided to reel Spencer Howard out for a start against Eric Fetty. I mean, these guys just love baseball because they just love spending a lot of time on the field. Spencer Howard and Eric Fetty and the Phillies minus 135 favorites with Spencer Howard on the mound. The total's at 10.5 in this thing. Do you think they get out of the second inning on the under here, Brian? Because Spencer Howard, 6.17 ERA. Eric Fetty, 3.57. And I'll tell you, it hasn't even been that good. Last time out against the Phillies, 7 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned, and, of course, the round tripper. Gratuitous home run. What do you think?
Phillies kept me from a 4-1 day yesterday when I saw it was 10-0. I was like, But I think all the value in this one has to be on the Washington Nationals. I mean, get plus money against a pitcher like that for the Phillies. I'll go with the Nats here.
Yeah, I lost one yesterday on the Blue Jays. I gave it out run line, and they won by 1 run. And it's like my other game that I lost was I had the Raptors too. So I was 6-2 yesterday, and those were my losses. I've had a few of those recently where it's like that's why I'm 500 for the year plus and at plus money, because it's like my losses are all these run lines where they win by 1. I've had a bunch of those. That's why they call it the run line. Chris, we're not going to worry about run lines here, do we?
No, I don't think so. So it's throwing darts at Canada on the map. I'll take the Nationals here. I think we haven't seen that signature start from Howard that's made us go like, wow, that's why he's one of the top prospects in the system. And even if he does get through it, they got to deal with that Phillies bullpen. So
comment of the day by Jonathan Skipper: Bittler's wearing a wire.
I might be.
Could be
I'm
the reenactment of the boat scene from The Sopranos. How about you, Rod, Fetty, and Spencer Howard?
I'll take the Nationals here. I'm even going to search around for the Nationals on the alternate run line, minus 1.5.
Who told Mitch he was funny? Nobody. I don't think anybody. The thing is, this is my best stuff too. It's like you should hear the stuff my wife has to listen to. This is my A material. So it's like, yeah.
It's for the masses.
Yeah, this is the good stuff. We got Tyler Glasnow and Garrett Cole. Rays won this matchup last time, and throughout history there have been pitchers and teams called the Yankee Killers, and I think this year's Rays are the Yankee Killers. The Yankees that everybody loved, and the big bad New York Yankees, Steve Monahan, who's not with us, but loves his big bad Yankees. 3-7 in their last 10 games. Garrett Cole coming off a loss, and I'll tell you, his game before that, he got a no decision, but they lost that one too. How's that for $15,000 a pitch, Brian?
I don't know. I've been Mr. Ray when they've been playing the Yankees, but I think in this one I'm going to take Garrett Cole and the Yankees, lay the run and a half. I think he has a bounce back start, and the Yankees take it to him.
Well, we always say 62% of the public on a team. Bittler's on them too. Chris, what do you say?
I'm on the Rays here. Give me the Rays in an upset. That's not really an upset.
How about you, Rod?
I agree. Give me the Rays here. And I'm a Cole guy. I like Cole. I said this to Chris last night. I was like, give me the Rays. Give me Glasnow versus Cole.
Not Berea.
Berea.
Please don't throw Berea at us.
Oh, now my bet's no good.
Oh no, they're gonna hide me in the Oreo plant. They're gonna make.
Oh, I'll find him at that point.
Please don't lock me in the Oreo factory.
It's like, oh no, twist my arm.
We got Colton Brewer. Where do they find these guys? Up against Max Fried. This is the deterioration. They call it baseball expansion, and the deterioration of the starting rotation. Colton Brewer, oh my, coming off that stellar 3.2 inning, 5 hit, 4 runs, 4 earned, 2 walks, and 3 home run performance at Buffalo against the Blue Jays. Let's stick him out there against Max Fried and see what happens. Brian?
Call me crazy, but I'm going to be back in the Boston Red Sox today because the Braves are coming off a Sunday night baseball game against their rival. I don't know. I'm liking the Red Sox at home. Give me the plus money. I'll take my chances.
Yeah, I think the Braves are sleeping in after that one. I think they got all afternoon to sleep in. And because Max Fried, they're not got to do much. Chris?
Yeah, I'm on the Braves here on the run line.
Yeah,
I like Max Fried this year.
You get a killer lefty in Fenway Park, man. They're very, very hard to beat. Very, very, very hard to beat. And, of course, Max Fried hasn't allowed more than 1 run in a game since July 25th. And this is a guy that I heavily criticize. And look at here the Lovin with that 1.35 ERA against this Red Sox lineup. Rod?
Yeah, I'll take the Braves here. I'll take them on the -1.5.
Yeah,
minus the run line here.
10.5 for me in this one. We got the Brewers against the Pirates. Trevor Williams is pitching. Is that what it takes for the Brewers to look good against the Pirates? Because they have really struggled against them this year. Brian, what do you think?
I'm going to keep on riding the Pirates till that money wagon stops. I'm going to lean to the Pirates in this one. $50 bet.
$50 on the Pirates for Mr. Bittler. Chris? Not
yeah. No, I'll take the Pirates as well. I think Williams at least gives him a confident outing here, and I think Pittsburgh steals one here. So give me the Pirates.
Hauser's not bad, man. He's not bad. Rod?
Give me the over. I think we're gonna see some runs here today.
Rod's we caught Rod in mid-thought. He's like, man, I really didn't bet enough against Berea today. It's like, where can I get a couple more bucks to bet against Berea? It's an early game, so I'll have the money to work with in the afternoon. Oh, God. So we got the Royals up against the Indians. I'll tell you, man, I think in my video I took the Indians, but I really like the under and the Royals kind of a 2-team parlay value shot here. Brian, what do you think?
No, I don't know. I was thinking the opposite. I like the over 7.5 here because these two pitchers, you look at them, you think under. I'm thinking over. Might see Bieber's worst start of the year. They call me crazy.
Well, leave it to Bieber. Chris?
Yeah, no, I'm on the under here, and I'm going to go with, if it's screaming under, I'm going to go with it. 6 of their last 7 games with Bieber on the mound have gone under. I think they've seen 6 runs or less. So give me the under here.
And our resident Eddie Haskell, Rod.
Yeah, I like the under. Give me the under here. Under.
I
Two
originally
good pitchers.
I really liked Cleveland, but I think the more I look at it, I like the Royals in this one. I think the Indians. I think that series in St. Louis took something out of them. Just yesterday, they just looked flat. We got the Twins up against the White Sox. So I'm a White Sox fan. You guys know I know the White Sox, and I love my White Sox and all that stuff. And you know, I'm a fan of whoever I bet on, except for in the White Sox games. Even when I bet against them, I root for them. And this is going to be one of those games because Rich Hill is lefty, who the White Sox haven't lost to a lefty yet this season, which means they're probably due to lose to a lefty. But one thing we know about the White Sox, they struggle against the Twins, man. They really struggle. And the Twins really struggle against the bad teams, but against the good teams, that's when they play. You take out the Royals and the Tigers from the Twins' record. They're runaway leaders in the American League Central. Runaway. I really like the Twins in this game. Giolito coming off of that no-hitter. Usually guys coming off the no-hitter. Serious regression. I mean, there is all kinds of angles here that say reverse run line Twins. Just everything says it to me. And that's as a White Sox fan. And I have a couple bucks maybe on, well, all right, I do have a couple bucks on the Twins already in this game. The line is going up, which is great for me because I'm going to bet it again. But I like the Twins in this game. Brian?
Over the years that I've been handicapping, I always like to look into fading a guy off of a no-hitter his next time out. But in this case, I'm going to go with the over. I think both pitchers get tagged here.
Chris?
I'll tell you, I'm a little bit more nervous about this one now that after that analysis. But I mean,
White Sox,
I'm gonna go with the White Sox.
3-10 in their last 13 in Minnesota. I'm telling you, 7-19 against the Minnesota Twins in their last 26 meetings. The Twins absolutely own the White Sox. And this is from a White Sox fan. I'm telling you, I follow this stuff. I'm not just on the White Sox bandwagon. Believe me, I've been losing to the Twins for years. I don't even, like when I lived in Chicago, I wouldn't even go to the Twins games. Like when the White Sox made the playoff to make the wild card game the year after they won the World Series, who'd they lose to? The Twins at home. It was like, they always lose to the Twins. You know, it's like, it's just a bad day at the office. Rod?
I like the Twins here today as well. The Twins are they're 12-3 at home. How can you not?
Yeah, I mean, everything here says Twins except for that record against lefties for the White Sox. Everything says Twins.
Yeah, that needs a 1 in front of it. Can't have a 0 or 8-0 or 9-0 now. I
that was
believe
like
it is.
Garrett Cole.
9-0 forever.
All, it's like,
yeah.
No one wins them all. Except for some handicappers on some of these Twitter accounts, man.
75-0 goes tonight.
I had a guy leave a comment on our YouTube yesterday. He's like, which I, of course, deleted. He's like, I'm going to start my own channel and all that stuff. I'm 56-2 in baseball this season.
Sure.
How is that possible? 56-2. What are the two?
Yeah,
I'm really, I mean, screw the 56. I'm interested in what the two were, Anyways, Colorado against what could you possibly be betting? How could you? I've seen some heaters of all heaters. I've never seen a 56-2 run, ever. I've never seen it. You think like you bet like these weird getting like you bet like the Dodgers or something, and then you like lay ridiculous odds to get like +5 runs or something. Is that how you?
The Dodgers getting 2.5 runs.
Yeah, or
that could be
5.5. Like you're going like -3,000. Is that how you do it? I've heard about runs like this before. I've never seen one with my own eyes, and I certainly have never been on one. I've been on some heaters of heaters. I hit Dog of the Day. One time on the Dog of the Day, I had like a 30-something game winning streak on Dog of the Day a couple summers ago. And it was during baseball. Maybe it was even more than that. But 56-2 overall. That's like all of my picks and stuff. I was like, no way, man. I think the dog of the day was something like that. And we had some kind of run like that, but it wasn't 56-2.
Usually around 20-2 would be like a massive run, that you can get on a 20-win run. But other than that,
I don't even understand the comment. It's like, I'm gonna. I got news for you. I'm gonna never happens. I'm gonna never happens. It's one of my sayings. My friend John Chow told me that when I first started. He's like, you gotta just always leave it all on the table every single day. Everything that you do, he goes, because I'm gonna never happens. Anyways, we got Colorado, and he's done pretty well for himself.
I bet you track that guy's next 100 picks, he'll go 50-50.
No,
if he actually
the 2 losses, he was minus 25,000. Garrett Cole against the Rays plus 8.5 runs or something, and it's like probably had the under last night in the Phillies game. Plus 16 runs, Speaking about 16 runs, we got a 12 number here with Garrett Richards and Herman Marquez. These are like 2 pretty quality pitchers. The Padres, 21-15. And boy, it seems like they've been winning a lot more, but 21-15 is really all it adds up to. And the Rockies, 17-17 with Marquez on the mound. Brian?
I laid some juice yesterday with the Padres, but man, this line kind of looks trappy to me. It's making me like the Rockies and Marquez to bounce back. So I'm going to go with the Rockies at home for a nice little $50 bet.
Someone impersonating Jamal Murray. I mean, we're not going to kill my parlay. Anyways, how about you, Chris?
I'm going to take the over 12 here. I mean, Marquez, in his last start at Coors, gave up 10 runs, and Garrett Richards has already given up 4 runs in less than 6 innings at Coors Field this season, so I'll take the over in this one.
How about you, Rod?
Yeah, I agree with Chris. Give me the over. I think we're definitely going to see a pile of runs here again today.
All right. Well, those of you that joined us a little late today, we moved the show to 10:30 going forward. Then when daylight savings time hits on the east and west coast, I don't have daylight savings time where I live, but then the show moves to 10 a.m. Eastern time. Of course, starting later on this week, we'll have our show will be on iTunes and Spotify and all that other stuff. Here's what you look for on iTunes. This is going to be our cover. Picks from the Doghouse. That's our name of our podcast, which is basically just this show. But that's what it's going to look like. But we got 2 NHL games. So that noise is you, Bitler. You got a fan going on or something?
No.
How about your...
Maybe my computer. Maybe
it's your
my
computer fan.
It's your computer fan. That's what it is.
That's what it is. Yep. Got it.
Goddamn brand new computers.
The Macs. I'm telling you, that's why I had to switch away from the MacBook on this show. I used to use the MacBook, remember? And I had that fan noise going. I had to switch. I had to buy the iMac Pro, like 18 core or whatever, super thing. I think it's just a regular iMac works best. But, yeah, then I got the one that has the Fusion drive. You can hear the clicking in the back. It's like, damn it. I'm yelling it out.
I wonder how I fix.
There's an app that you can download that will where you can cut your fan off. The reason why Apple products, and most people probably don't know this, but I'm a little bit of a tech geek, a little bit, but I'm not like a pro tech person because by the way, I appreciate all the messages that we got from a few people yesterday about fixing our sound, and I believe the problem with the way that we had the sound set up is we just have a bad cable. It's this one. The reason why we had the humming was this cable right here. It's just a bad cable. So what this does is this goes into our soundboard, and you can see the plugs are bent because this cable's like 10 years old. And then this one goes from the sound, which is the earphone plug on most people's computer, from the back of the computer, and then that goes into here. So I take the sound from these guys, from the computer into my soundboard, and that's why you guys see me fiddling with the knobs and adjusting everything. So right now I just have the computer directly into the sound, so there's not a lot I can do about it. But that was the whole idea. But we have a new soundboard coming this week, and I don't know. I'm sure it'll take me a long time to figure it out. I love the tech toys, but I'm not a pro at it. But I appreciate guys like Ron who really took a lot of time with me yesterday to go over it. I sent him pictures of what I'm doing and everything, and he's like, "You want to try this? You want to try this? You want to try this?" And it's like, I really think though that he nailed it on his first try. He's like, "You probably just one of your chords is bad." It's not my XLR chord because we would hear it now. But anyways, 2 NHL games. Boston Bruins up against the Tampa Bay Lightning, who, boy, they just won't go away. They can go suck it, but I think they might have the Bruins on the ropes here. Rod, I know that we did the video last night, and I know that you guys were not too high on the Boston Bruins.
No, I still think it's going to be a tight game. I'm going to take the under in this game. I think we see a really low scoring. I think 2-1, 3-1 at the most.
How about you, Brian? How about you, Chris?
Yeah, I'm on the Lightning here. I just think that as proud as the Bruins are, as much as they're not going to want to go home, I just think Tampa's the better team here. They're playing like it, and it boils down to the fact that Boston still got their backup in net. So I'll take the Lightning here.
How about you, Brian?
Oh, man, Tampa Bay's been dominating the Bruins in this playoff series as of late, but this line just looks like a trap to take Tampa Bay. I'm not falling for it. I really like the Boston Bruins. I think they get this win here.
Yeah, I think what's going to happen is we have a mic on order for Bittler, and I got him one that's like on super back order or something.
I changed the audio to the camera. Did that help at all, or
it makes you sound like you're in a box. Makes it sound like oh no, not Berea.
Not Berea.
I think what you'll be able to do with the microphone once you have the separate microphone, and this is like what the rest of us can do, is you can move it to a different spot, and it will pick up less of all that other noise. You know what I mean? It's like you'll have your computer, but it's like here, and then it's like. You have a lot more freedom than being locked in to the system. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here with a cord in my hand. I can't even throw it to the side because my wife feng shuied the studio. Yeah, it happened. This is what happens when you go play golf for a few hours. You come back, the studio's been feng shuied. That's how Miyagi ended up down on this shelf here, as opposed to back in the back where he was.
You know, Mr. Miyagi.
Of course, Danielson. Got the Avalanche against the Stars. I kind of like this new time slot. I'm in a better mood. It's Monday. It's all good, right? It's like Avalanche up against the Stars. Rod, do we say goodbye to the Avalanche?
Na 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 na. Hey, goodbye. No. Well, that means we have to do more stars videos.
Oh, I just cannot hold it together, man. Once again, another super tough Stars video last night. Zawacki, what happened was he had a windstorm where he lives, and that's why we said he's remote. He's always remote, right? So it's like, but he had like a windstorm or something, so we couldn't get his camera working. So we're like, well, let's just put the Puck Dogs logo. And Rod is like, every time like we cut to him, he'd be like, Rod, he'd be like, I'm wearing no pants. Like, something like that. It's good to see him. Oh, man. What do we got here, though, with so he says it's goodbye to the Avs. Chris?
Yeah, I think either way you slice it, I think we're going to see some goals again. I mean, 34 goals in 4 games so far this series. Yeah, we're looking at almost 9 goals a game. So give me the over here.
How about you, Brian?
I think Chris is dead on in this one. I think you're going to see some goals, and even if at the beginning you don't see goals, at the end, pull the goaltenders. desperation, I see it going over the total.
All right. We've got our parlay section of the show. $50 on the under-desk foot massager. Like it. Yes, that's where all the super chat money went to. It wasn't really T-shirts. I'm not even gonna say it. It's got a family under there doing a pedicure. It's like Bo Buckner does not want to hear about the sound system. I'll tell you, it's not really about the. It wasn't really about the sound system. The commentary was more about the sound quality on the show because we've had sound problems the last few days. So when we go on your show and we watch Bo and your sound is bad, we just won't tell you. We'll just let you sound like you're a muffled mess. Anyways, speaking of muffled mess, Chris, what do you got for your parlay today?
Today I have a bird cage, and we're gonna go cross sport. I got the Tampa Bay Rays on the money line, the Washington Nationals on the money line, and the Oklahoma City Thunder on the money line. It pays out about plus 1250.
Rod's got the calculator working for him over there. He's texting. He's got porn on one video and calculator in the other. He's all ready to go. It's just
that's
typical Monday
He's ready with the money
Alberta.
shot.
All right, I'm going to go with MLB Birdcage today. I'm going with the Nationals on the money line, the Rays on the money line, the Twins on the money line. And if you want to throw in the Braves, minus 1.5. We get a 4-teamer today. So parlay those 4 up.
Brian, you got anything for us?
Simple 2-game parlay, the Thunder under the total and the Boston Bruins for $100. Parlay those 2 up.
Is this true? Mike Clevenger traded to the Padres?
That's what I'm seeing 6 minutes ago.
What'd they get for him?
They haven't said yet. It's just said he's been traded.
For Fernando Tatis Jr. and a player to be named later.
Mm-hmm.
Randy Chambers with the comment. Hey, Randy. Welcome to the show. Randy doesn't like to be on the shows. He doesn't want to be. That's fine. We respect it. We get to.
That's going to make the Padres a tough playoff team if Clevenger on it.
Well, and they just pulled off the deal for Austin Nola from Seattle overnight as well.
The computer video shows got moved because Charles wants me to do them at a later time because he said he has more data out at later times. So that's what we're going to do. So we took his time slot. We moved to 10:30. Okay, you hate our 10:30 slot? I'll gladly take it. So we moved to 10:30. Of course, we got our podcast coming out starting this week. It's just going to be a replay of this show. But this way you can take it on the road with you. And I'll probably do some sort of promotion like, leave a review on iTunes or does Spotify do reviews? I don't even know anything about Spotify. But iTunes, like leave an iTunes review and, we'll give you our new product that's coming out this week too. We got a new product coming out. A lot going on. Brian, you got anything going on?
Boy, I'll tell you what, I'm just excited about my NBA President's Choice. And guys, make sure you also check out Damian Sash, who's tearing up the leaderboard right now.
Brian,
red hot,
pimping out the cappers here. No one does no one turns our beautiful podcast, our highly technical
you put
show
me
here
on the spot here. I had to come up with something
into an infomercial like Brian Bittler. Anyways, it's like thanks for tuning into our hour-long commercial. It's like you ever watch any of these other guys' shows? It's like it's pretty much what it is. It's like
I need the sunglasses.
Let's call it what it is. It's like I'm waiting for Propeel to come out and throw in the bottle of the spray hair. It's like, and you don't just get the turkey roaster. You don't just get the steak knives. And they throw in a couple cans of this stuff.
I wanted one of those Showtime rotisserie grills when I was in high school. So bad just because of the infomercial.
It's like, I could put marshmallows in there. See what happens.
Just when he turns to the crowd, set it and forget it.
Forget it. Yay. And he just starts putting things. He's got like 12 roasters going. Like, yeah, roasters everywhere.
My parlay. I didn't do my parlay. I'm going to do Rays reverse run line. I'm going to do the over in the Nationals-Phillies game and the alternate -2.5 run line with the Braves. I think you'll make a couple of shekels on that one. Anyways, thanks everyone for joining us at our new time. Our new time is 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. Of course, we got the 6 o'clock show, which I'm no longer the host. I fired myself. I didn't fire myself. It's too much, so it's like gives everybody else a chance to talk and everybody else a chance to do it. And, of course, I think Tony T, Dana Lane co-hosting that one 5 days a week. Joe D'Amico will be the color man a few times a week with them as well. And then, of course, tons of cappers going on that show. I think these guys are all going to be on. I'll be on a few times a week, I think, here and there. We'll have to see how it goes. And like everything, it's always going to be a work in progress, just like this show always is. Of course, we're going to try and act more professional tomorrow. Not Berea. Have a great day, everyone.